All right, we are live. What is up, guys? My name is Lewis, aka Sir Flips a Lot, and I am here with. You can introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? My name's Sebastian from Reseller Junkie.
And this is Friday Night Live. I know it's not nighttime where you're at and where anybody else is in the world, but I live in the future. I'm in Germany, and it is 8 p.m. here, so it's night for me, and it's my YouTube channel, so that's why it's called Friday Night Live.
It's funny when something's your channel and your home, you can call it whatever you want. If someone doesn't like it, they don't have to watch it.
Before we really get deep into a conversation, I think we should wait like a couple of minutes to see if somebody's actually going to show up.
Yeah,
and it's always weird with live. Like I always get nervous before a live because I don't know if people are like going to show up or not. So
right, who knows? I mean, listen, we might just talk to each other, and that's totally fine. It's not a big deal. So,
exactly.
Hey, again, that's why I'm recording this so we could just repurpose it for later.
Exactly, and then we always have the replay also. So somebody's going to watch it, but somebody show up. What you drinking on?
I got some chamomile tea, bro, and shout out to the OG Junkie mug right there. That's the Fiverr drawing. I had some dude draw for us.
For real?
Gotta plug it. Yeah, man. I paid some dude $30 to draw this, and now I put it on everything, so not bad.
And what is it? OG Junkie?
Yeah, so like Resell Junkie. This was gonna do like I made stickers for it, so like I was gonna send those out, but I never got around to it.
How many of the stickers do you have?
I got 100. I didn't pay shit for them. I paid like $20 for them. They're like not good quality, but I just never got around to sending them out for some reason.
Is the name of your eBay store? Is it Resell Junkie? Or is it like under? Okay.
It's just about everything. I keep it separate, especially for social media, because there's some weirdos out there. I'm sure you know. I don't like to blast that on social media. You know, I protect my store. I just don't want people looking at it. Not to hide what I'm doing or anything like that. It's just people are weird online, bro.
I agree with that 100% because I was in the process of like I like to put thank you letters into my packages on eBay when I send them, and at first like because my store name is More Products with a D because my last name is More, but then I thought about rebranding it as Sir Flips a Lot, but I learned real quick that that's a terrible idea because for one, if somebody buys something from me on eBay and then they see I posted on Instagram and I got it for like $1 and then they spent like 100 on it, they might not be happy about it, and also I don't want people to really be in my business, and there's haters. Like people will like buy stuff from you if they know your story just to give you bad reviews and like all that type of stuff. So I don't really. Oh, we got 2 people here. Good.
Well, look at that, bro. We're moving on up, bro. It's more than just what it was. Listen, here? Bro, the way I look at it is if 2 people walked into my house right now and started talking to me, I'd be like, all right, y'all need to calm down for a second, you know?
Like calm down. No pictures, please. We got Julian in the house. Julian, what up?
I love it, man.
Why is my A not working? All right. What's up, guys? Julian, Swag Slayer Fashion. Just talked to her last night. We have this. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about it. We have this group of sellers. So yeah.
I love it, man. What's up, guys? I'm glad you guys are all here. Hopefully we get some more people filing in here, but you know, the more the merrier.
All right, well, I guess this is the best time. Sebastian, how about you explain to the people who you are?
Yeah, so my name's Sebastian. I've been a reseller for 3 years now, full-time for like 1.5 years. I quit my corporate job and all that good stuff. I mostly resell used men's clothing for the most part, but I've sold pretty much anything and everything you can imagine online. We're about to hit 300 grand in sales on eBay over the course of 3 years, and something like I don't know, 7,800 products. So it's been a crazy ride, but now I teach people how to make money online. So that's my spiel.
So what is your you're a reseller. What is your main platform to resell?
Yeah, so I'm all eBay. I do some local like Facebook flips and stuff like that, but I've dabbled in Poshmark and dabbled in Mercari. I've dabbled in all of them. But now it's just full-time eBay just because it works for my niche. It works for my my target audience, which is just active men between 30 and 55 years old. And I feel like that's where they're all at. So instead of just dabbling everywhere, which and we've already talked about like the whole virtual assistant, we'll get into that, but I'm going to have him start cross-listing things just because I'm not going to have to do it anymore. So
exactly. Well, then I guess we can start with virtual assistant since we brought it up already.
Do it.
Well, first I want to say why you're on the channel. We met like I actually scrolled up on our Instagram DM feed and saw how we started, and I just wrote like we followed each other, and then I wrote you like, hey, I got a YouTube channel, check it out. and we started like we just hit it off from there, because there are very few people that I have met that I think have the same grind as me or grind harder. That's like I think that's one of the number one problems that I have when like I meet people, is that they end up telling me that I need to slow down because I'm doing too much, or I need to like focus on just one thing. And besides Julian and a couple of the other people, you are the only other person I know that has the same hustle as me, or maybe even a little bit more. And I just click on that. So, and then we just have a lot of things in common. And you were the
appreciate you.
Yeah. And you were the first one to introduce me into virtual assistants. Can you explain exactly what VA is?
Yeah, so before we even get to that, I feel the same way about you. It's weird. We were kind of saying like you can meet these kind of like I consider us friends, right? Like we talk every single day. Like you're one of the best friends in my life right now, as weird as that may say, that I just met you a couple weeks ago, right? But like you and I were on the same level. So again, going away from all that mushy stuff, I love you, all that good stuff. So yeah, virtual assistants, people overcomplicate it, people overthink it, people are scared about it because it's overseas help. They're like, oh, if I give someone access to this and that and I tell them about my business, I'm going to get scammed and all these things. Virtual assistants are some of the hardest working, most trustworthy people I've ever met in my life. They're just like us. They're hustlers. They want to be at home with their families. They want to make money online. So it's nothing, new or foreign to anyone that's in this community, but people like to maybe put it on this pedestal because people like us were maybe scared of hiring help because we think it's like too serious or too corporate or too structured or all those things, when it doesn't have to be. Like you yourself know, it's like a flowing kind of thing. It's just a normal relationship. You have someone do some tasks for you that you don't want to do. And that's what it is for me, right? Like I told you, I started with having Loretto do spreadsheets, having him do listings, just because I hated doing that stuff, And for people like us doing back end work literally doesn't do anything, right? It just takes away from the amount of profit and future things we can build up. Whereas people like Loretto, people that are virtual assistants, that's what they're built for, right? Like some people are just data driven. They can look at spreadsheets all day and they literally love it. Whereas me, I'm like, bro, just stop. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care, So yeah.
Swag Flair said, I can't wait to get my own VA team. We actually, on our call last night, we had to talk about that, and she wants to have a VA team. And what do you think about having like a team? Well, I mean, I know what you think because we're talking about it, but as a regular reseller, do you think it's better? Like, do you think it would suit a reseller to have like maybe 3 or 4 different VAs or just one VA? Like, how do you see that?
Yeah, so I think 99% of people will have one VA and they'll be totally fine. Like you can clearly see how much workload Loretto does, right? Like he has a bunch of different clients and he can maintain them. But I think if you're super high level, like if you're a super high volume seller and you depend on that VA, if I was in that position, assuming that money really isn't a problem at that point where you're doing a lot of volume and you can afford to lose a few profit points, you have that one stable VA, but then you're like, hey man, like do you have a friend or a family member that can be on like retainer, right? So just in case that person gets sick. So like earlier this year, there was a huge tsunami in the Philippines and the power got knocked out and they didn't have internet. Like literally Loretto could not access internet in his country. I mean, the Philippines isn't a third world place, but it's also not like America, right? There isn't a Starbucks in every corner, and a tsunami can really affect them. So it depends on how much you depend on that virtual assistant, right? So like for our businesses, they'll totally be fine if we lose our virtual assistant. We don't need them, right? It's just a bonus. But if you're highly dependent on that person, I would 100% consider putting someone on retainer, because I mean, that's, you could give someone $50 a month to stay on retainer and you just have a safety net. So that's how I feel about that. But I mean, for people like us, we're going to talk about some higher level stuff about building a squad and building, several layers of this, because we have very different needs. We have a lot of moving parts in all of our side hustles. So it's a little bit unique.
I agree with you 100%. Like if you're just a regular reseller and like eBay is your main thing or wherever you're at, then like one virtual assistant can pretty much handle everything that you need, because it's not like you're going to get a VA and then you never work again. Like you, like I mean, you still do your work, but like some of the things that you do in the background, like I never knew how bad I needed a VA until I had a VA.
Exactly, right.
Because like one of the best feelings is for me to go to sleep and then wake up and like 30 new items are listed. Or
Right?
for me, yeah, or for me to wake up and then Loretto sends me a spreadsheet that has all my sales on it and this nice, beautiful spreadsheet. It's just awesome. And it takes the time that me listing 30 things takes me like 2 or 3 hours because
Right.
I'm like I have to do a lot of stuff for it. But that's 2 or 3 hours I could be doing for something else that could be making me a lot more money. And
Exactly.
it also teaches me to kind of give away control in
Mm.
my business because my goal is to have a real business where I have employees, and like having a VA is like kind of like baby stepping me into having employees and how to explain to people my systems, actually come up with systems so at some point in time I can like step away from the business and it still works.
Exactly. And we talked about that on a Clubhouse last week, right? Where it's like there's layers to businesses and there's layers to even eBay reselling. We know those people that are just kind of like fly by night. They make enough money for the week to get by, and that's it. That's all that eBay will ever be. It's not anything bigger than that. But then if you want to take it to the next level and make eBay something tangible, you need to have that process and you need to be able to step away and teach someone that process, or else you'll never be able to scale. You could be the best
Exactly.
thrifter in the world, but that doesn't matter because you're just going to have piles and piles of stuff waiting to get listed. Whereas if you step back and you humble yourself and you're like, all right, like this is not my job anymore because it doesn't make sense. This guy's better at it than me in whatever aspect, whether it's like an artist or a lister or a data entry person, it doesn't matter. There's not one single rich person in the world that tells you to spend your time doing stupid things, right? Every single rich person in the world says the biggest change in their business and their income was when they started hiring people. You can read that on every single guide or manifest you ever want to, look at. It's a very common theme. So getting in early and just anyone watching this, like you do not need a high level of success to have a virtual assistant. Like, I'm not sure what you pay Loretto, but I'm paying him $5 an hour. You can get a virtual assistant. You can get someone cheaper. You can get someone in the Philippines for $2.50 to $3 an hour. If you have such little success, I highly recommend everyone stepping away from the day-to-day grind because like how you said, when I wake up in the morning and my spreadsheet's done and all I have to do is go back and like add the shipping cost if I'm doing the shipping, that seriously changes the trajectory of my day, right? It's not me sitting there for 30 minutes before I even pull my inventory having to update a spreadsheet. Like that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So it comes down to how much you value your time, and I know you value your time a lot, and that's what I'm trying to teach people and inspire people to just value their time, man. Like your time is so fleeting. Your time with your family, your kids, it's always going away. So the more time you can buy back is crucial.
Exactly. I have a question for you. One of the things that we have in common is that you're not just in one one hustle. You have multiple things going on. So do you think, well, okay, I think I know the answer, but as a reseller, do you think a person should have just one side hustle or should they have multiple side hustles? Like, should they be doing just more than reselling or just reselling is fine?
I think you should start with something and be able to teach it to someone. And like what Sarah just commented is very important. You get your process down. Like you be the expert in your first side hustle and then you branch away. So
Right.
I'm not going to like gloat and say I'm the best eBay seller in the world because I'm not. There's plenty of people that blow me away as far as how much money they actually make on eBay, right? Like I'm only doing 100 grand a year as far as like sales. It's
Only,
not. Yeah,
only.
but bro, that's not a lot of money
I
compared to other
know,
people, right? Like, I mean, I'm taking home, maybe 45 grand a year from it. It's not life changing. I'm not rich or anything like that. But I've also been doing this for 3 years. My process is down to a science, right? Like I understand every single moving aspect of it. And I'm a professional eBay seller. Like that's how I look at myself. I know the system, I know the platform, I can teach it, I can explain it, I can talk about it, obviously, like we're doing now. But then once you get to that point, once you're an expert in your niche or your field or your side hustle, you need to step away and do something else because multiple streams of income, again, it goes back to what rich people say. There's not one rich person in the world that has one singular source of income.
exactly.
And I think if 2020 didn't teach you that, I kind of feel bad for you, right? If you're going to rely on just one singular source of income, even though my eBay business has had steady trajectory and I can see the numbers and data for the past couple of years, 2020 like just killed my business overnight with nothing that I had to do, right? Like everything got shut down. People weren't traveling. Events were canceled. So like, who's going to buy clothes, right? Like, why are you buying clothes? Like, I still sold things. I still made money, but it's not
But
the
not like
same.
before, right?
Yeah, it's not like before. Now, again, some people did great. Some people had like home electronics and, you know, game boards and Pokemon cards. So the stay-at-home stuff did really, really well. But for people like me that are mostly clothing sellers, it was difficult. You know, like it's just because people weren't traveling. Like consider just Christmas being like canceled, right? Or Thanksgiving being canceled. Think of the implications of that from a high level to a low level. It trickles down. People like me got heavily affected by that. So it's interesting. It's like Sarah again just said, don't spread too thin. But once you can branch out and you're a master at something, push away, start teaching, start consulting, start doing anything. And that's what you and I do, right? Like we pushed away from that and we started going to this high level stuff to where we're still in this world and in this grind, but we're talking about like totally different things than what people in the grind of it are,
talking
right?
about. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I wanted to touch on Sarah, what she first said, but you have to have processes implemented to get a VA. You have to know your expectations to teach someone else. And I think one of the good things about me starting with a VA from you is you already taught him everything that you wanted to do in your eBay business. So I can adapt that and then just kind of change the small things that fit to my business that maybe don't fit to your business. And also having a VA that taught me, like I have an assistant, she's behind now. She's taking pictures of Hot Wheel cars. And like something as simple as taking pictures, I had to like actually teach her how to take the pictures, which means that I have a process that if I have to fire her and teach somebody else, I'm not gonna fire you. But
in trouble, bro.
But if I had to fire her or something happened or whatever happened, I have a process now that I could teach somebody else how to take pictures and I don't have to go through the whole thing again. So I think that's very good with like getting your processes in order. But if you're if you're just reselling or doing whatever just for like a couple of extra dollars or to like get a vacation or something, then it's not that serious. But if you really want to like make it a full-time job, then you need to have checks and balances in place so that you can eventually step away from what you want to do. And
let me touch on that real quick. You said if you want a full-time job, I don't want a full-time job out of eBay, bro. Like that is,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't want that to come misconstrued to everyone. The point of this is not to build a job for ourselves, right? Like that's not the point of this. The point of this is to build something that brings you money and has like a small trickle effect to where you should be working less than 20 hours a week on something like this once you get the process down. I mean, I work maybe like, bro, with sourcing, with shipping, with everything, I work at the most 15 hours a week, and that's pushing it. Like, that is absolutely pushing it. But again, I'm very fortunate. I have a good niche. I know my niche, and my thrift stores are just a few minutes away from me, and they're heavy hitters, right? Like I don't need to travel. I don't need to go to 20 thrift stores a day. I'm very unique in that situation. But yeah, again, sorry to cut you off. But I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, okay. I didn't mean full-time job. I mean full-time income. But
I get it.
Also, like, I think there's level to these things. I think that not putting anybody down, because however you want to live your life and run your business, that's how you do it. Like, I'm nobody to say that it's wrong what you're doing, but there's people who just want to do it just to make some extra money, kind of like a hobby. Then there's people who want eBay to replace their regular job, but then there's people who want eBay just to be a stream of income. And I think we just want eBay to be a stream of income and multiple streams of income that we have. So yeah, but then Sarah also said, don't spread too thin, learn and perfect one before you leave to another, whether it's another platform, social media, digital products, or other avenues. And I'm still new at eBay. I've only been doing eBay for a year, and I literally stepped back once I started doing Amazon. But meeting you and meeting Dave and meeting other people who are really big in eBay has made me want to, once this lockdown is done, I'm going to go super hard on eBay. But I do know what Sarah is talking about with blogging. I've been blogging for almost 2.5 years now. And the first year when I was blogging, I was doing like 3, 4, 5 hours a day to build it up to get traffic. But now it's to the point to where I literally do it like an hour a day, and I make a full-time income just off of that. So building something up is the main goal, to where you can step back and you don't have to work so hard. Like, work hard up front so that you don't have to work hard later. And now it's to the point to where I work like literally like, okay, maybe like an hour and a half a day. But now I want to get to the point to where I can outsource that to a VA and I don't have to do anything, and it's still bringing in money.
Exactly. So on that note, the clubhouse that we were in yesterday of Roberto Blake, I think you
Yeah,
left. I think you left before he touched
I
on
had to
this.
go home.
Yeah, bro, you missed out. There was some knowledge dropped in that. I'm telling you, like Cheyenne had to come downstairs and she's like, "Yo, you woke the baby up at 1:30 in the morning." Um, but like Roberto stated some crazy numbers. He's like, he's an OG. He's been on the YouTube game for a long time and he's established.
Yes.
He said some crazy stuff. He's like, we started talking about affiliate marketing. He's like, if you build this up and you respect it and you build it up over the course of a few years, he's like, guys, I just want to talk about my perspective. He's like, I can quit YouTube right now. I can quit all of my other income sources right now. They don't matter. Just from my affiliate network, and he affiliated like this digital tech product, some sort of software. He's like, I have residual income for the next 12 months from that, and I will make 70 grand a year just from those affiliates. If he didn't post any more content, if he did nothing else, he would make 70 grand a year just from that one source, which is like, it blows my mind, but it's a real thing, right? Anyone can do that if they put the grind and the effort and the time and all these things in.
Exactly. I wanted to talk about affiliate marketing. That was one of my topics.
Do it.
I really like, okay, if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, the way I explain it is that every company or every service, they have an affiliate program. If they like, they have it. And what an affiliate program is you just, okay, if you like, let's say StreamYard, you love StreamYard, you use StreamYard all the time, and you have a following, whether that's on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. Basically, you tell your people or your following, hey, StreamYard is really, really cool. And if they sign up for it, you get paid for it. And it's for anything. And I really like affiliate marketing because it's like, that's my closest to passive income that I have because I don't have to do anything to it. Because while I'm building my YouTube channel, I can make money from talking about the repricer that I use or the camera that I use or just like that. So I think affiliate marketing is something that everybody should be doing if they have any type of following. And you don't have to have, like, people think you have to have like 100,000 followers or 1 million followers. You could have like, I have like literally like 800 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I make money from my YouTube channel because I do affiliate marketing. I don't make nothing from ads, but I make money, like the same amount of money that people with 10,000 or 20,000 make from ads just from affiliate marketing.
Right. But there's so many levels to affiliate marketing, right? Like, it's like anyone listening to this, you do not need a single follower. You don't even need a social media account, bro. Like, sign up for Amazon Associates. And if you have friends or family that are just buying stuff, just literally go on there and just send them the affiliate link and you'll make a few bucks off of it. You know, it's not rocket science. It's not crazy. But if you do want to make it rocket science, there is some insane affiliate programs where if you're, say, like you affiliate a website hosting platform, like, bro, that you can make.
I got an affiliate link down below.
Look at that. Yeah, click that below. But like, you can make 50 to $100 a month off of those programs. Like, it's mind blowing. And Amazon affiliate sucks. Like, we all know that. Like, there's no money in it whatsoever. It's such little money. I mean, you know, unless you're a huge big shot and you have this huge cloud of fans, maybe you'll make some more money then. But it's free money. It's free.
Yeah, exactly.
It literally, bro, it's like you're copy and pasting the same thing in the description or into your profile, and people just click on it. You know, you don't do anything for it, and it's just amazing. So any free money is amazing. And again, it's not going to make you rich off of Amazon affiliates, but it is one of those stepping stones to where maybe you could pay for gas for your month, you know, or just for food or whatever it may be, you know.
Speaking of affiliate marketing, I wanted to give people a tip on, like, because I don't want to just talk about it and that people don't know what it is. If you have some type of following, then you need to be doing affiliate marketing. Even though I wouldn't say it suck, I would just say that the amount that you get is low compared to any other service. But if you want to start right now, you can do the Amazon's affiliate marketing, and pretty much is, if you are a YouTuber, you can just put in your videos, this is the camera that I use, this is the whatever type of. If you can buy it on Amazon, then you can promote it, and you just put the link into your description and tell your people that if you want to get my camera or if you want to get my, I don't know, just whatever, and you can make money from that. It won't make you rich. Like, I get like 200,000 views on my blog every month, and I get maybe like 250 from Amazon, but that's $250 that I don't have to do anything for, but just put a link in there. And with $250, like I know people who work a week just to get that. So
yeah,
no,
really it's amazing. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And no, I'm not trying to talk crap on free money. Like, bro, I am so proud of this month. It's one of my best affiliate months. I've made over $10 already. Like, I'm so proud of that. I'm so grateful.
But that's money. It starts that way. It starts that way.
Exactly. But now it's this evergreen funnel that I have, right? Like, I have almost 200 videos on YouTube now, and every single video has the same links. And guess what? Most of my people that view my channel are going to be resellers. Resellers need shipping tape, they need bubble wrap, they need boxes, they need packaging. They're always going to keep buying that stuff. So hopefully they just keep going back and clicking my links and giving me more money. And I want to touch on something that eBay Addict said.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. No, I just want to say about also with Amazon affiliate marketing. If the way it works, if somebody clicks on your link, and let's say you recommend that they buy some type of tape, if they click on that tape and it costs like $10, you'll probably get like 60 cents from that. But if in that 24 hours, if they go on Amazon again and they buy two, like they just got a warehouse and they want to buy 5 MacBooks and 2 TVs, you will get a percentage of that, because it's not just what they buy, it's for the next 24 hours, whatever they buy on there. But yeah, I know eBay Addict said about eBay does have an affiliate program, and that's something you wanted to touch on.
Yeah, so just touching on what you said too, that's really important to know. A lot of people don't know that. They think, I'm going to go support Sebastian's channel. I'm going to buy this poly mailer. Like, bro, I have people click on my stuff, and like people buy ramen. Some dude bought like all this like 3D printer stuff. I'm like, bro, like that's cool. Thank you. Like, again, whatever you guys buy, if you ever want to support your friends and your family that have YouTube channels, it really does mean a lot to us, right? Like, it sounds silly saying that we're happy to make a 1 to 4% commission, but it really is these little building blocks of all these little extra sources of income. Like, bro, you said you make $200 a month from your blog. That blows my mind. I cannot wait to make that much from affiliate income. It's just the opportunities are endless. And what eBay Addict said, no one knows that eBay has an affiliate program. They don't really.
I didn't.
Yeah, they don't talk about it. eBay does not market it whatsoever. But if like you have a blog, say you go on there and be like, oh, these are the top 10 coolest items I found on eBay this week, right? Like, you just do a simple blog post like that with affiliate links. Be like, this is a really cool camera. This is a really cool like vintage t-shirt, blah, 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 whatever it is. Each week it could be different. There you go. Like, you're affiliating used products. I don't think people understand what the gravity of that. It's crazy. Like, you're making money talking about maybe something that you're interested in. So maybe you have a blog just about vintage t-shirts. You go on there and be like, this is like the coolest metallic $1,000 t-shirt I found this week. Whoever clicks on that link goes on there, they'll get distracted and maybe buy something, and boom, you just made some money. So
you can keep talking, because I forgot that I didn't put your link into the description because I was so late today. No, I know, right?
You're good, bro.
I'm so late.
Yeah. So that's another thing. What Sarah actually said too. Affiliates for digital products. So the way my course is hosted in my back end, we've talked about this before, but Thinkific is a course hosting platform. On there, if someone joins as a student, even as like a free student, I could be like, hey, like I will give you 90% of this sale if you just blast it out to your audience and get me more customers. So that's a whole nother level of this, to where you can affiliate people's and your friends' courses if they have them and make money off of that too. So
exactly. Okay, there we go. I just had a thought, but then it just went past me. Oh, digital products. I did my first digital product like a month ago. I wrote like a ebook just on how to get started on Amazon. The way I got started going to the dollar store, how I found products at the dollar store and then flip them on Amazon. Like, I'll buy something for $1 at the dollar store and then sell it for $15 or $20 on Amazon, and how I got up to making $5,000 just doing that. So I wrote an ebook on that, and that is so crazy. Like, you put up it took me like 2 weeks to write the book, but maybe like 8 hours all together to write the book. And now every other couple of days or every day, I get a couple of emails saying this person bought your ebook, and I get those PayPal notifications, and I don't have to do nothing but just talk about it or just post it on Instagram every once in a while. So I think digital products next to affiliate marketing, like and then the thing is, all these things you can do together.
Mhm.
Like you don't have to just pick, oh, should I do affiliate marketing or should I just have digital products or should I just do this? Like you can like stack these on top of each other and like make some real money that you can add to your reselling business or to like whatever your main thing is.
That's really important. What you said is just keep stacking things, and people, a lot of people talk negatively on content creators that have courses or digital products. I think a lot of people have
Exactly.
been burned by that. Like there's a lot of content creators that just produce crap and call it a course and charge you money for it, when we all know it's just like YouTube repurposed junk. It doesn't help anyone. And that's a big problem, and not just in our industry. It's every single industry and every single course creator. Like you see it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you make intentional products that have your expertise in them and you really truly want to help someone with it, it's such a great way to make money. And it's such an easy way, how you said, bro, like just getting that message and saying like you made 15 bucks while you were sleeping for something that's not tangible, right? It doesn't matter if you sell that course for 50 cents or $15. Like you're still making free money. You make it once and it's evergreen. It's just always there. It's just, it blows my mind. And that's my big 2021 push, is just to make micro courses, right? Like the VA course that we talked about, like all these other little ones, just like these $20 little hitters, not these $250 mentorship groups or anything like that, because then people rely on you. People want to talk to you about stuff. But if you do just like this little quick ebook, people aren't going to expect to have like a one-on-one consultation with you. So that's another big aspect of this that's really important, to kind of base the book around your lifestyle, or your course and stuff around your lifestyle and what you actually want. So
yeah, I wanted to say, when you were talking about not doing something like $300 or $400 for like a course, doing like, because I figured that I'm gonna stick around my $19.99 for my ebooks, and I have like 2 or 3 more ebooks that I want to write, and like I think I could pack a lot of information into a $19.99 book, but it's still to the point. It's only $19.99. Like people aren't expecting for like the whole world to change. But if I charge you $499, then I kind of like, you kind of have this expectation that for $500, you should be able to write me and ask me questions and talk to me and do things like that. So I think doing lower level things, and also everybody can afford $19.99. Not everybody can afford $499. And I don't know how I'm going to feel later in life, but right now I just have a problem charging so much money to like help somebody do something. Of course, everybody needs to eat and everybody needs to make money, but I just can't right now. I just can't see myself charging somebody $1,000 for something that I could charge 20 or 30 or 40 or even like 100. So yeah.
Right. Well, you say that because you're a smart and humble dude. You know that those people that are going to pay you $1,000, they can go on YouTube for free and literally learn everything you're going to teach them.
Exactly.
Like maybe they pay $1,000 to talk to you directly. That's a whole nother thing. Like a consultation and that higher level stuff is so different than what we're actually talking about, right? So how you said, if someone's going to pay $400, bro, like they expect you to change their lives. Bro, they expect to open that course and become millionaires overnight. And setting people up for that kind of failure, for me, it doesn't sit right. Like I'm not in this business just to make quick cash and do all that stuff. Like it doesn't sit right with me as a person. You know, I'm after freedom. I'm after this kind of lifestyle. And if you burn bridges, if you screw people over, if you overcharge for garbage products, like people, it's going to get around. You're going to lose your credibility really, really quick. But talking about the whole 1999 course, I've based my business off skimming off the bottom of everyone, right? Like I'm a bottom feeder, bro. Like I'm not going after these like big brands like Louis and Gucci and Chanel. I want the bottom that everyone is skipping over, because there's a lot of the bottom, whereas there's only this much of the top. So it just depends on how you base your business and kind of what lifestyle you want and how you want to grow it. So
exactly.
Yeah.
We got some more comments. Julian says, I need some merch. I know, man. I don't even know what actually, I have 2 ideas for some t-shirts, but it's like, I don't know. It's just like a lot of stuff is happening all at once. So I just got to kind of organize it and figure out how I want to do, but I do want to get some merch going on.
You should, bro. It'd be good. I like your brand. I like the whole Sir Flips a lot little drawing you have of yourself, bro. It looks real good.
Thank you. Actually, Derek did that. Fundamentals of Hustles. He's a graphic designer. He's done a couple of them.
That guy is so funny, man. I love that. He was one of the funniest dudes I've ever seen on a live chat. That guy, I love him, bro.
Grind of a Lifetime says, can you talk about how to get started with ebooks? Yeah, sure. I did my first ebook and it's really simple. Just write it. The way I did it was I wrote it in my notes. I wrote it in my notes on my iPhone, so that I can edit it quickly. You can do it there. You can do it on Google Docs or whatever. You can do it there. And then you get what's called Canva, which I'm going to start doing some videos on Canva because Canva is clutch. You get Canva, and they have templates of all different types of things, of Instagram posts, Instagram stories, Pinterest posts, like, and they have templates of ebooks. Like they have like 100 of them. You pick which one that you like, and you just transfer your file, your notes into that, and just edit it the way that you want. And then you can either there's a site called Gumroad. I'm gonna type it in there. Gumroad.com. You can go there and you can upload your ebook to there, and then they do all the payment collections and like all that. And they probably, I don't know how much they charge for like a fee, but maybe like 10% of whatever you sell. Or you could do what I do. I have WordPress. I know Sarah talked about WordPress. I have WordPress, and I have like 5 or 6 different sites, and I just host it on WordPress so that I don't have to pay any middleman to get it. So I just host it on WordPress, do what's called WooCommerce, which is like a Shopify type of thing, and I just charge on there, and people go there, they pay through PayPal or through credit card. The WooCommerce thing captures it. I don't have to pay anything to them, and then the money comes directly to my PayPal. And once I receive the money, the ebook is automatically emailed to that person's email address.
It's beautiful. Yeah, you kind of covered the bases there. What you didn't cover is using people's knowledge and experience or passions and hobbies, right? So if you're listening to this and you love coffee mugs, you like, for some reason you love coffee mugs, maybe you like making them as far as like pottery or things like that, you can make an ebook about that. Just be whatever you're the expert in, whether it's from like a professional career or whether it's from a hobby or a passion or whatever. Most of us have some crazy intrinsic knowledge that we can teach someone. There's this statistic out there, it's been thrown around on the internet for a long time. You only need to know 10% more than someone to actually teach them something, right?
Yeah.
So if you've been a professional skateboarder for half your life, make a quick video on how to like do kickflips and ollies and like all these things. It's people overthink it, and I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb brute, bro. Like I did so bad in school. Like when I tell you I did awful in school, I did awful. My brain doesn't wrap around learning like that. Like I have to learn only things that I'm interested in. So you don't need to be smart. You don't need to be scholarly. Like I am not scholarly whatsoever, and I still teach people every single day. So that's a really common misconception that you need like a PhD to teach anyone. I just wanted to kind of get that out there and kind of clear that air. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. I am dyslexic, and I wrote a freaking book. Like like I was just saying, like you don't have to be. Man, I agree with you. You don't have to be. You don't have to have all A's in English to be able to write a book. Like you can write the book, and if you know that your English is not good or your grammar is not good, you can hire somebody to like proofread it for you, or you can even hire a ghostwriter, which I don't think you should hire a ghostwriter when you're writing about something that's teaching somebody because it's your knowledge. But you can hire a proofreader on Fiverr. You can go on Fiverr, spend $20, have them read your 3,000 word book, and you're good.
Totally, I totally agree.
Sarah said, overcharge for garbage, yes, but at a certain level, you have to scale price to manage your time. And I do agree with having to scale price to manage your time. But the way I see it with my ebooks, okay, let's say this first ebook, I sold 50 copies. That's more than enough for me. That's $1,000 for me working 8 hours. I will never get that anywhere else. Now my next ebook, maybe I sell 100 copies, because as I'm writing these ebooks or as I take the time, I'm growing my brand. So I don't have to scale my price. I just have to scale the number of people who care about what I'm talking about. And I do that by building my brand, which is another topic that I wanted to talk to you about, because you're everywhere, bro. You're on Instagram, you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, you're on Clubhouse, and you got me into TikTok. And before we get into brand building, I want to talk about TikTok. So I don't get TikTok. Like I am posting videos. I think I edit them good, and nobody cares. How did you? Well, first, can you talk to people about TikTok and how you started TikTok, and maybe give some tips, because I could use some.
Yeah, bro, I got you. So I hated TikTok. Like I always talk crap on it. I'm like, these kids are dumb. Like, why are they spending so much time on this? Like, why are they doing this? What's wrong with these kids? I spent the first year and a half of TikTok being released thinking like that. I was very negative about it. And then kind of like everyone else during 2020, I got stuck at home. I was bored. I'm like, you know what? let's just try it out. Let's see what happens. And within 3 months, I went from 0 to, I think we're at like 9,300 followers on there right now, which is crazy because if you combine all of my other social media channels, it doesn't even come close, right? Like everything else together is, like, I don't know, 3,000 something subscribers, maybe 4,000 at this point. So I blew it all out of the water with TikTok just in 3 months. The one thing I tell people about TikTok is find your little subcategory and just keep repeating it. And I know I've told you that before, and it's kind of, I can tell you that a million times, but it's not going to make you successful. And I don't know what the key is. Now, I did say a couple crazy things on TikTok before that maybe made people emotional. I've deleted those videos because for my mental sanity, they just weren't doing the best for me.
Right.
It's one of those platforms where you got to teach, you got to inspire, or you got to say crazy stuff. As wild as that sounds, you just have to be out there and make your point of view and get those people that love you. So that kind of happened to me after saying a couple crazy things on there. But I think the reselling niche is slow to adapt in certain ways, right? Like a lot of resellers are not as driven as you and I and want to be everywhere and want to share our experiences for various reasons. Maybe they're scared that they're going to lose profit if they teach people, like whatever the reason may be. I'm not worried about that because I can make a million videos about telling you what clothes sell at thrift stores. 99% of the people will never, ever replicate that. They'll never go out there and actually try. And if they do try, I'm so far ahead that they can't hurt my business.
Exactly.
It doesn't. That's not to sound cocky or anything like that, right? But
it's the truth.
It's the truth. Like you can't touch me because I've been doing this for years. Like I've made the mistakes. You're gonna make the mistakes while I'm still making the money, kind of thing. So there's a lot of people that are slow to adapt in this community. I think they struggle with it. But then TikTok is just a whole nother beast. Like people want to like put the camera in their face and just like talk about their day or just make it a really long 60-second video, which that's not what TikTok's for. You have to realize the general demographic of TikTok is 13-year-olds, right? Like it's 13 to, I don't know, 23-year-old. Yeah, 21, 23-ish, at the most. Now we're starting to get an older crowd over there as well. There's plenty of old people on there and it's getting a little bit like that. But it's one of those things where you just have to adapt. Content creation is so different on every single platform. And I don't know what the secret has been for me. Like I've had great success. I get over 1 million views a month on TikTok right now. And it blows my mind just even telling you that because I never thought that was possible off of like literally like 20 to 30-second videos. I don't even make 60-second videos, bro. Like everything of mine is under like 45 seconds at the absolute most. And it blows my mind because I cross post everything and it's comedic because on IG, I could get like literally 80 views on IG Reels, but on TikTok, I can get like literally over 100,000 in a day. I don't know what the science or the secret is to it. It's just constant repetition for some reason. So, yeah.
Do you think that people should, like, if you're trying to build a brand, do you think that being on TikTok is important?
I think it's important, but I don't think it's as important as things like this. The conversion rate and the overall quality of the follower that you get on TikTok is a lot less valuable for people like you and I. Especially if you're just getting kids that are just watching your stuff for entertainment. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to make some money and eventually get you into my sales funnel and get you onto my YouTube so you support me with ad revenue. That's the plan with TikTok. I don't use TikTok to build a community. I use TikTok to get people into my community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just to add on top of it.
Yeah, I don't like harbor that community. I don't engage with them. I don't watch TikTok videos. I don't follow TikTokers. I create my content and then I repurpose it in YouTube and Instagram Reels and all that good stuff. But I just use it as one more tool in my sales funnel. And I think if you look at it that way, it's a great platform because I've told you before, you can predict virality on TikTok. It's really, really odd. But when I make a video, I can almost safely assume that, like, this video is going to do pretty well. It's really, really weird. Whereas the YouTube algorithm is so much stricter. The Instagram algorithm is so much stricter because they've been around for so long. Whereas TikTok is like, bro, let's just go. Let's go. Let's go. It's interesting. It's so different, man.
I wanted to touch on the fact when you said that giving out free information, like you don't really worry about that because like you're already here and the people are starting from here. I think, well, two things I'm going to say. The first thing, I think that's why we can be able to do courses and do ebooks, and that's why people buy courses and ebooks, because yes, most of the information that is given out in courses you can go on YouTube and you can find for free if you take the time, but it's the amount of time. Like it took me 3 to 4 months. Like I'm in Germany, so it took me 3 to 4 months to figure out a system to where I can resell in Germany. Now you can do that yourself. You don't have to be smart to do that, or you could just pay me $19.99 for my book, and you can like learn it in like a weekend. So people pay for courses for that, like that time that they can save. And also, yeah, like I have people like write me on Instagram, because I'm very open with what I sell, how I sell it, where I find it at. Because for number one, I know 95% of the people, they don't have the hustle. They're not going to go do that. They just look at it, they get motivated for a second, and then they're back to just doing whatever that they're going to do. And second off, I've been doing it for a year now. If you're going to start, you still have to go through the trials and tribulations that I went through. And by the time you get to where I'm at, I'm already going to be on to the next level. So I agree with like,
yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, you're moving on to the next thing by the time they get to your point, right? By the time someone gets to selling 100 grand on eBay from taking my courses or watching my videos, I'm already on like business number 3 or 4, and I don't care about eBay anymore. You know, like it's the trajectory of your business and how you want to keep growing yourself and all these things. So it's really valid what you just said.
I want to say hi to Brittany. What's up? I saw your live today. Then Jeff says, "Hey, Resale Junkie, I appreciate your charts on Instagram. Fire. Show Nike is a top selling shoe brand. Levi's top selling brand, selling on eBay. Very, very true. And I'm gonna take that chart. I'm gonna post that tonight."
Yo, hold up. My internet is freaking out right now. I'm not sure if it's you or if it's me, but you're like bugging out right now. Your connection is so bad. Man, this is for trying to teach people how to make money online. I'm not doing a good job with this right now. Okay.
Jeff said you can. Yeah, Jeff said you can increase your availability, sale price, sell more items, sell on more platforms. There you go. All right, so we were talking about TikTok and just growing your brand. Do you have any other tips that somebody can grow their brand? Like if they want to, like if they're like, they don't just have to be a reseller, but if they have one niche that they're in, maybe they are a baker or maybe they are a finance person. Like how can they grow their brand? Like to get more, to eventually incorporate more streams of income. What do you think they could do to grow their brand?
I think people, I don't want to say follow trends and just follow all these things, but when new things come around, take advantage of them. So like Clubhouse right now is brand new, right? We're taking advantage of it. A lot of people have no idea what Clubhouse even is. Like I polled my audience on YouTube and the majority of them had no idea. They've never heard of Clubhouse. So ever adapting to the kind of constant landscape that creating a brand and creating a social media presence and all that stuff is, you need to be able to adapt. Like there's no other way around it. There's no way to win. You can't be like me where I was talking crap on TikTok, just earlier this year. You can't be that person. You can't just be like, oh, that's what the kids are doing. The kids are doing it for a reason, right? Like you have to follow that, as dumb as it sounds, but you also have to understand what you're doing this for. Like, why are you growing your cupcake brand? Is it to teach people how to make cupcakes, or is it to sell cupcakes?
Right.
It's very different thing. Like if you're trying to sell cupcakes, you may have to brand yourself locally, whereas if you're just trying to teach people how to frost cupcakes, you're going to have a whole different thing going on in your life. So I think knowing your reason behind it and just being able to adapt and being open to adapting. That's the problem. A lot of people just are not open to adapting to new things. They're scared. They're worried. Maybe they think they're going to be stupid on TikTok or something like that. But
right.
If you can constantly adapt, I mean, that's what winners do. There's no other way to win. So.
Yeah, I was talking to you about this earlier. I don't know if I said it on air, but you don't want to be Blockbuster when like Netflix came out. You don't want to just be stuck in your own way. Like you have to be able to still hold your own way, but still be able to adapt to new things. Like you can't deny how popular TikTok is. Nobody knows if it's going to be here next year, but take advantage of it while it's here, especially if you want to build your brand. And I think one of the things that people do is they say they want to build a brand, but then they struggle with too many things. Like they want to build a brand, but they don't want to put themselves out there. Like you have to put yourself out there to be able to build a brand. Like you can't be behind the scenes the whole time. Like people don't want to connect with brands anymore per se. They don't want to connect with like stores or your eBay store. They want to connect with you as a person. They want to see that you're a real person. So you have to put yourself out there to be able to like build your brand, and you have to use all these different ways. Like you have to use Instagram, you have to use TikTok, you have to like, you don't have to use all of them, but you have to definitely be on at least a couple of them.
Right. Yeah, and you have to learn how to leverage each one, right? Because they're all very different platforms, and you can't be an entrepreneur, you can't build a brand unless you're a person that's humble with their skills and their faults. Like I know what I'm bad at. I know I'm bad at a lot of things. I'm not good at spreadsheets and being corporate and following rules and just doing things by the book, right? That's not me. So I hire people to do that stuff for me, or I ask for advice from my fellow peers about that kind of stuff. I don't try to just be like, oh, this is my brand, so I'm so great at everything. Like, no, like you have to humble yourself, and you have to be able to adapt and change, and you have to be able to go on YouTube for a month straight and learn something new every single month. You know, that's what's going to separate someone who wants to build a brand and someone who actually builds a brand that makes money or whatever, you know, what the goal is.
Exactly. North Post Sound Design says, I've been selling online since 2015 and I went full-time last year. I'm interested in teaching or coaching, but don't want to give away my business or something detrimental. What's the best approach? I was thinking about this. Excuse me. Sorry. Shit. I don't mean this in a rude way, but you're not doing like, maybe you have a couple of secrets that like help this away, but if you're selling on eBay, I can go on Amazon, YouTube and figure out how to sell on eBay. Or if you're selling on Amazon, I can go on YouTube and figure out how to there's not a secret. There's nothing that you're going to give out that's going to change somebody's life to where they're like, I never thought about that. And this is the way to like really make money. So if you really have a couple of trade secrets that you don't want to give out, then don't give out those secrets. But if you're selling on eBay, you can tell people how to go source things. You can tell people what to look for and what not to look for. You can tell people how to ship on eBay. Like there's so much stuff that you can do that you don't have to focus on what you don't want to do. Focus on what you can give, the value that you can give to people. Then focus on that. And if you would like, if you're teaching, I don't know too many coaches that make a lot of money who don't have a social brand that's already there. Because like social brand, it's like proof. It's like social proof. The more followers you have, the more people believe that what you're saying is true. So you have to build a brand. So you might not want to give away all your secrets, but you have to give away some of them if you want to step into the point of being a teacher or a coach. That's my opinion.
I totally second that. On that note, though, you can have an issue when it comes to your local area.
Yes, true.
I was trying to teach people how to thrift. Like I know Sarah's from Colorado. I wouldn't market towards Sarah and be like, hey, Sarah, you need to go to this thrift store at this time and buy these things because this thrift store is amazing. Like, that's crazy. Don't do that. Don't give out your honey holes. Don't do that kind of stuff. But like Lewis was saying, I don't know you, and I can just safely assume that probably whatever you're going to teach anyone about eBay probably is not anything new. Again, no offense, but it's just eBay's been around for 30 years. We're all beating it. You know, we're beating a dead horse right now. There's nothing that I'm going to tell you on eBay that is going to be so drastically different than any other person in the world is going to tell you about eBay. Now, I may know more about my niche. I may know more about men's clothing than other people do. And Lewis may know more about video games and Hot Wheels. But again, that's not rocket science. You can do the research and figure that out. There's someone talking about all of this stuff already. It's you can't think like that. I don't want to say it's a negative thought. It's just one of those thoughts that are going to stop you from actually doing what you want. You say you want to teach, but then you're worried about teaching. Like you're worried about giving away secrets, and that's, I don't want to say you're going in it with the wrong intentions, but you just need to realize that there's no secrets. There's no secrets in anything. If you want to become a doctor, you can literally learn how to become a doctor on YouTube. It's that crazy nowadays. So
speaking of what you said, if you don't want to give out like the places where you go sources, then like you don't have to do sourcing videos. There's so much content that you can do besides sourcing video, or you can do first off, you can't really hide pretty much where you are anyway, because we're living in 2021. There's gonna be somebody on YouTube who knows you or knows what that store looks like, so you can't do that. But you don't have to focus on where you get your products. You don't even have to focus on the products that you get. Like if you're into shoes, you don't have to say I only source Jordans from Jordan 1s to Jordan 5. You can like talk about the overall umbrella of shoes and still give very, very good value. So you don't have to niche all the way down and give out all your secrets.
True. And like for me, I give away all my secrets. I don't care.
Me too. I do too.
Because like, so listen, there's a statistic that if you take my course, most likely you're only going to look at 20 to 30% of it. And that's such a common thing. It's a very common number that most people don't even look at most courses, like most course content. So even if you pay for my course, even if I go out of my way to teach you every single thing I know, again, you just don't have that in your head. Like you may have learned it, you may have seen it somewhere, but that's really it. A lot of people are not going to act on those things, and it's unfortunate for us. Like we want to teach, we want to inspire, we want people to get out there and make money, but a lot of people just don't do that. Like they don't act on the things they learn. Sadly, they just want to learn to have it in their head, and they say they took this course and got it for whatever psychological reasons. But a lot of people don't actually use what they learn in courses. It's crazy. It really baffles me.